Okay, so this time I bought this car subwoofer. I paid only 5 euros for it, but it doesn't work. The amplifier is gone, but the driver is good. So I'm not gonna try to fix it. I'm gonna try to make a portable Bluetooth speaker. So I need to take it apart first. Okay, so I'll have to gather a few parts and see if I can fit all of it in this case. It's not a lot of space to fit all the stuff. I hope the batteries will fit. I want to put like at least six batteries. So I got all the parts that I need, I think. I have the 6 batteries. I have these 2 car tweeters that I want to put on the front of the case. Also a volume button with an on-off switch. I have this BMS board. It's USB-C, so it works with a phone charger, but it also outputs 12 volts for the amplifier that I will need. I have this amplifier. They said it's like 2 or 30 watts or something like that, but I think it's like around 15 or 20 watts per channel. But since this speaker has 2 wirings, it will be around 30 or 40 watts for the speaker. I also have a Bluetooth module and voltage regulator for the Bluetooth module, because this one works on 5 volts, not 12. So all the stuff here I paid around, this one was like 2 euros, the tweeters were 1 euro, the switch I already had, and these two were around like 2 euros also for 3 of them. So in total it's like €5 without the batteries. So all I have to do now is put it all in the case and see if it will work. So I'll start by putting these batteries together. I'll put like 3 in series and then all of them like this in parallel. So I'm done with the batteries. I'll put them together. So I used this board that had some plugs and wires from the original amplifier to use on this case, and I'll mount the USB charger and the volume potentiometer on this. And also I removed this steel frame and I added a piece of plastic to mount all the parts on it, so it will fit on the original screws and everything from the case. I'll have to ditch the idea of using this BMS USB charger for the speaker. I tested the speaker and it sounds really good, but around 30 or 40% of the volume the speaker cuts off because it doesn't have enough voltage. This amplifier works from 12 volts to 24, and this battery of 12 volts is not enough. I can change this one for 16.8 volts, but I'll have to add more batteries and it will take a long time to charge from a phone charger. So I'll remove this and this battery, and I'm gonna use one of these. It's a battery from a power drill. It's 20 volts, so I think it will be enough for the amplifier. This. I also had to modify the wiring. I made this small template for the tweeters to drill the hole into the case for them. It will be around here somewhere. Something like that. bit more the next one, and that's it with this one. Yeah, it will be enough with this one. I'm gonna use some double-sided tape to keep this tweeters in place, and also some hot glue after. Okay, so now I'm gonna use some hot glue on the sides to keep it in place and make sure no air is gonna go past through. I don't think they will go anywhere with that much glue there. So I soldered the tweeters in place. I'll use some hot glue to keep the wires in place also, so they don't make any noises when the speaker is on. Now I have to add this module. It's an LM2596 voltage regulator for this Bluetooth module. Then add the batteries and I think it will be done. I also had to modify the wirings for this one because this speaker is like 2 ohms per wiring, so I had to put them in series so I don't burn the amplifier. Maybe something like this. It might fit. On this side. I think it could be something like this. I need to cover this with some tape or something so I don't short circuit. So should I do this? I'll have to solder some wires here and another I'll have to solder some wires here and mount it on the speaker. I finished soldering the wires and I'll move from here. Now I want to mount it on the case. Maybe it will be something like this, but I need to put a lot of tape here so it won't short with anything. The problem is I don't know how to fix it in place. I might use some double-sided tape and also some hot glue. And maybe the top will keep it in place also if I put some rubber here or something to press on it. sure they won't move from here, they'll stay in place. So I'm gonna use this double-sided tape. It's a little bit like a sponge and thicker, so I think if I will place it like this, and the back cover will sit on this, so it will keep it in place. I hope so, because I have no other options to fix it, and I don't want to drill any holes into the case. I think it will be strong enough because it stays on its place on just one side, so I think it will work. So I managed to solder everything in place, and it looks something like this. The wires are a bit of a mess, but I used too many of these modules, so let's see if it turns on. Yeah, everything turns on. I'll put the wires for the speaker, put the back cover on, and then I'll test it. So the speaker is done. I'll test it for a bit. I'll compare it later with the Bang & Olufsen that I have. That's it for now.